hopefully we should be live. You guys just let me know what the audio is like before we continue. Can you hear me? Does it look alright? Oh god, I hope this has worked. And we should be live. Anyone there? Fingers crossed. Ah, brilliant. Can you hear me? Hello, Saxman. Hello, JP. So the aim is to go through patch notes alongside you guys, really, and then when we come to the end, do a bit of question, bit of answer session, almost just double check everything. Volume seems low. Just double check. That seems to be about as loud as I can get it to go. I'll just talk loudly, I guess. So yeah, that's me just seeing what I can do about the volume, but I don't think I can do anything else about the volume apart from talk directly into the mic. Hopefully this is better, let me know. If not, I might have to maybe nip off and see. I think I did check the microphone before I launched. How's the volume? Is it livable? I think we're going to have to just go along with it, guys. I don't think I can do much else. So, time to just make a start on the July 2020 update. So basically, volume's not great. Let me check something then. Unfortunately, I've had to change my setup. That is as maximum as that goes. Okay, that's already set up. Sorry, you're pretty much watching me as I go along. Can anyone else confirm, along with Saxman, what the volume's like at your end? Got this set as high as I can. Advanced audio properties. Mic, balance left, right. Audio not good. Pick quality only 480. Yeah, I've been struggling with settings while I've been for the past 2 hours. That's obviously turned off. What if I turn the gain up? Would that help? Let's go for 20. Close. Has that made anything better? If not, I mean, I can turn the desktop audio on, but I don't think that's going to make much difference. And now we're getting errors. Error YouTube, much better. Too loud. Oh. Do you need me to turn it down, or? Yeah, I think it's better. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Was that the gain or the desktop audio? Let me just double check. Do advanced properties. 0, 0. Close. Okay. Okay. No, it's good. Okay, no, we'll go for that. It's given me an error saying that there's going to be poor quality, so let's just see how this goes. Fingers crossed, new laptop in the future, which will enable me to do this a lot better. But let's go for it, I think. So basically, we'll just go for the patch notes, and then you can ask your questions as you go along, and I can see what, give you my opinion slash what I want to do. Hello, Jued. Hopefully, I'm not deafening everyone. Right, so going on to the July patch notes, we are looking at an update size of 3.3 gig. Now there's a quick summary here where we're looking at they're obviously allowing us to have access researchable to the Cleveland as expected. Looks like they're also adding a new project to the Bureau, which is going to be in regards to the game being out for a year. There's 3 new maps, revision to the quick command feature, and something about spotter aircraft, which I found quite interesting. Definitely something different. Then there's also the Spanish, Brazilian, and Portuguese, Mexican, Spanish, Brazilian, Portuguese languages come in this patch. So, however, the voiceovers are not yet available for Mexican Spanish, but will be delivered next update. Okay, so whether that affects anyone, as we go along, just let me know if the quality dips or anything like that. I've been stressing about this for about 2.5 hours, and fingers crossed it's working. So obviously that means that we're going into, as expected, the Valhalla Rising campaign. So this is obviously for the Tier 7 German battleship Odin. Amusingly, they use the French reference piece de resistance. Peculiar. Obviously, they're talking about how Odin has turret-back armor, she has sonar consumable, 12-inch guns, quadruple torpedo tubes. So she's going to be quite interesting. Obviously, she's locked behind the Amity backing, which is 2,500 doubloons. Campaign's a bit longer than I was expecting. It's 100 milestones rather than the 95 that I was expecting, so they're stretching it out a little bit more. It consists of a single weekly Havoc mission that refreshes every Monday. The breakdown for the campaign missions. So this is basically we're back to the weekly Havoc that refreshes every Monday only. So it's not going to be rolling weeks. It's going to be have 1 week to complete it all, and if you miss it, you miss it. If you miss it, you don't get it. If you're away that week or you don't complete it, then you miss out on that amount of, I guess you could say, renown towards it. Hello, no one was. So that's going to be quite an interesting thing where hopefully they do it where, like they used to do, where they have like more than enough within the weekly missions that you can kind of get away with missing half a week. I think it used to be like a little bit of a buffer. Saxman, does the volume still seem low to anyone else? I've gone from being too low to about right too loud. Yeah. What the hell happened? I did do an audio game. Joed is getting a 5.5. Let me just see. Advanced property options. Could do a gain. Let's do a gain of 5 decibels. Let's see if that works. Yes, for me, yes, that's one. Okay. We've gone from too quiet to too loud to too quiet. I'm not quite sure exactly what to do with it. Andrew, it's okay, but lower than normal. This is getting on my nerves. That's maxed. That's maxed. Advanced properties. What if I take the... We'll see. I did take the gain up to 20, didn't I? But then I got too loud, didn't I? So let's try 15. and then see how that works. So is that too loud, too quiet? I'll give it some time to actually feed through to you guys. I'll just wait a second until it catches up. Fingers crossed we can resolve some of these issues. Obviously, I'm slightly new to this streaming from the desktop. We've had some slightly too... Now I've gone too loud, and that's great. Okay. Oh, sure, it's gone thumbs up. Okay, great. Is everyone happy with this level before I continue? Just because, actually, I assume you're going to be okay. There's about 13-second lag, so if I suddenly see loads of comments about 13 seconds saying it's something else, then I'll see what I can do. I'm not sure quite what's different with this setup this time. Let's press on. Let's hope it works. So obviously the Odin has been quite an interesting one. Judging by some of the gameplay that I've seen from the PC version, she can fire her torpedoes quite far forward, even though they're mounted on the rear. So that's going to be quite an interesting one to watch out for. Also, like they say, that she comes with sonar, which is going to be quite interesting. She's almost like another Bismarck. The only downsides I can see with her is that she does only come with 52,000 health, give or take. So it's quite a small health pool. However, her armor seems to be quite resilient. Okay, well, I'm getting some thumbs up here, so everyone seems to be fine. That's good. That's good. This is the joy of being new to streaming. It's always a new field in which you have to move into. So, as you move along the milestones, you'll receive 2 types of crates for a new currency. So there's going to be a new currency. So we're going to be looking at the currency in the weekly boost. Well, they didn't do a currency in the weekly boost this patch. Whether or not the weekly boost will reset anyway, because they're introducing a new currency, that's going to be something to look out for. It'd be interesting to actually have another Brucey bonus weekend where we can complete the weekly boost twice. If you crack it out on the Sunday, then it'll reset on the Monday, and you'll be able to obviously grab all those promotion orders. I'll do a mini announcement just in case for the channel, just in case people, because I've only got 15 viewers at the moment, so obviously that's a bit less than the entire subscriber feed of the channel. So I'll do a mini video just to let everyone else know. So going on to it, let's see, there's also other goodies and personal patch. The containers are big and regular versions of the new French crates. Okay, so there's going to be some new French crates, which is obviously the way which we're going to be able to get the Tier 3 to Tier 6 French destroyers as early access. They cover them in more detail later on. The currency is called Continental Bonds. God knows what that's got to do with the French or the Germans. But yeah, that can be spent in the Admiralty tab. You can exchange for ranged goods. Commander, so you can get commander items, new regular French destroyer crates, any Liberty bonds left over from the patch that we're in right now will be converted to credits at the end of the next patch, which is going to be in the late August, September time. I can't quite remember it off the top of my head, but basically 5 weeks from Monday. So yeah, probably looking at the end of August. This is just a nice wrap up of the Valhalla Rising. So there's your Odin. As you can see, she's got a hunky secondary turret just behind B turret. I think she's got the same at the rear. So that looks like... Well, the thing, I know that those ones down there along the side, they should be 6-inch secondaries. Whether that's a triple 6-inch secondary above B turret, that's going to be quite interesting. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of lots of rewards basically coming through. Amusingly, we're getting German commander crates and a French commander. So really, they're trying to tear this patch in between the French destroyers and the German battleship. Jared, I hope they won't botch the French DD release. Yeah, I completely agree. We don't need a botched release, really, do we? So going through basically the rewards that you can get without Admiralty backing. So for that of you who want to do this without having to invest doubloons, you basically see so there's going to be a new camouflage, revolutionary camouflages. I guess revolutionary French as always. Let's see. I mean, the things that we really care about: 8 promotion orders, 1 insignia, 1 commendation, 5 destroyer crates, 2 big destroyer crates, today's premium there for you guys who don't have premium, 950 continental bonds, and then you get the French commander patch and background. Obviously, if you then go for the Amity backing is going to cost you 2,500. Let's look at the things that we really care about: 18 promotion orders, 3 insignias, 2 accommodations, quite a few more crates, just 1 random German commander crate. I guess it is a battleship, really, isn't it, at the end of the day? 500 more doubloons, and 1,625 more continental doubloons. What's the disparity between the two? You're looking at it being about 60,000 difference between with and without amity backing. Obviously, most of that difference in doubloon cost of the rewards is going to be most of it's going to be assigned to the Odin, really. Then I want the housing commander, whoever I can, during next patch. We'll get onto that. JP, Odin is a beautiful beast. Well, if you've been watching the live streams, you already know the kind of luck I seem to get with German battleships. Joed, they said the torpedo range is modest. If they have the same range as the Agile or the Terrible is okay. Well, the Agile's got a torpedo range of 7 kilometers. That is kind of modest, because you've got to consider that the Icarus are like 8 kilometer torpedoes and a better detectability. I can see where they're coming with the modest. French destroyers early access. Obviously, as you heard, this would be you all over it. So basically, let's see whether there's much more to add. So let's see. Also, it is confirmed they will come with the main battery reload booster consumable. That's going to be quite nice that they've actually confirmed that. No smoke as expected. Nimble, fast, speedy, high risk, high reward. So basically going along the lines of what I think Joued was saying, they're kind of like hit and run destroyers. And the French does have access to torpedoes, but their range is limited, so in some cases they will not be the last. They will be a weapon of last resort. I don't know, I think they're not great torpedoes, but they're not bad torpedoes, is what I'm going to say. You can still stealth torpedo. Yes, your stealth torpedo range is small, but you still can. And being able to stealth torpedo is a hell of a lot better than not being able to stealth torpedo. That's my personal opinion on it. And there's a really, really pretty postcard of the destroyer here. God knows, let's see, it's a free funneler. So just looking at the bridge, I think that's the Jaguar, judging by the funnel arrangement. So that's quite a nice, pretty postcard picture of the Jaguar, I think. I'm not gonna lie, they do look quite pretty. Did I say main battery? You said that battery reload. Yeah, main battery reload booster. I hope I didn't call it something wrong in another video. So this is confirmation that the destroyers that begin is as per my teaser, which I guess I couldn't really go wrong, I guess you could say. During the anniversary update, these ships will be available in crates only, with better access to receiving the ships from bigger versions of French crates. Now, I did try and have a look at the drop rates, but at the moment, when I was looking earlier, they hadn't dropped them, so I'm not going to check now, because at the moment you can kind of see that I'm having all sorts of problems with this laptop. So I'm not going to tempt fate, because I've already spent 2.5 hours stressing about trying to get this stream to work, and we just about got there. It's a nice way to put it. But yeah, they're confirming Tier 2 Fusilier. I completely forgot about the Tier 2. And the Tier 7, the L'Infantasque? Oh, God's sake. Someone will correct me on that. I'm sure someone will. USN light cruiser branch completion. So obviously now, if you didn't get the Dallas or you didn't get the Helena during the patch, they're now going to be researchable, so you can research them. Chances are pretty much everyone got them, is the best way to put it. If you sold them, I'm thinking of Morton here. If you're a soldier, Dallas, now is your chance to obviously grind it out and be able to have it again. Obviously, Cleveland is now will be fully researchable. Pardon me. Now, a name that did mention something in last week's Friday play live stream. So to a name that you are completely right. I've tested it myself. For everyone else, wait and see tomorrow, and I'll show you exactly what a name that was talking about. And basically, yeah, it works, which I'm really surprised at. So there's the Cleveland, looking all prim and proper. Quite a pretty ship, really. She's going to be very interesting, very powerful. JP God, I opened like 20 boxes and I don't have luck with the Helena. Oof. That's the thing. I managed to get the Helena, the Dallas, and the Boise. So yeah, maybe I just got lucky. So yeah, here comes the Cleveland again. She's got high fire and arcs, quick fire and reload guns. Great angles. Newly submerged Citadel. The Citadel is still vulnerable to plunging fires. Obviously, at range, you're going to get punched quite hard. However, it's so again. I guess it's that standard thing. If you get in close, cruisers just seem to be quite hard to Citadel up close. I seem to find, unless you're in a British battleship. But should you find yourself exposed, yeah, back to the port quickly. Yeah, basically, it's just more of the same, I guess you could say, with the USN light cruisers with the Cleveland. Just jump to the Chronos. Saxman, oh snap, it works, eh? Yeah, it does. Jouet, the Extravagant. That's a nice name for a destroyer, the Extravagant. I handle like that. Actually, I was just going to jump up here. The ship's best defense will come from the correct use of radar and sonar consumables. Okay, so her basically she's going to be probably have the same consumables as the Baltimore, so she's going to have radar and sonar and the repair party and damage control. Just spotted that, so that's going to be quite interesting. Another radar cruiser at tier 7. Another reason to kill Udachis, I guess you could say. Ranked battles tier 6 and season 6 and 7. Before I get my words muddled, I should say. So yeah, I know that ranked can be one of those things where either you love it or you hate it. I find it stressful because obviously it can be quite a grind at times. However, I also find it incredibly enjoyable because it's a very competitive mode at all times. And I think if you're really into the competitive play, you'll learn from it, is one thing. Now, the last 2 seasons I did solo. Divisions are limited to 2 people. I may look into seeing if someone out there wants to division up. I might throw my hat into the ring, but let's see how things go. Obviously season 6 will be tier 5 ships and season 7 will be tier 6 ships. Okay, so basically we're looking at tier 5 and tier 6. Now, the tier 5 season last time I found quite easy. It was the tier 6 season that I found quite difficult, where it's just because of the player ability at those separate having access to those different tiers of ships, I guess you could say. So that's going to be quite interesting. That's pretty much going to be me in my Icarus or me in my Cossack, unless I'm divisioning up with someone and we come up with some other ideas. But hey, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Now this is going to be an interesting one. Basically, because they've got rid of the premium ship bonus. Now, you're not going to be seeing premium ships coming top of the team, just because they got a premium ship. So that is one thing that I didn't realise until literally reading this earlier this morning. Did I actually realise? So all those people who used to come first on the losing team in a premiership were there not because of their own personal skill or effort they put into the game, but was actually just because they had a premiership. And I think I'm really glad that they've actually made that change. When they first made that change, it was in standard mode, I was like, it doesn't matter really. But now they've mentioned that they've made that change in ranked, that makes such a massive difference, because now the player that's going to be at the top of the losing team is going to be there because they earned it, not because they got premiership. And that's going to make a massive difference. So I'm really quite looking forward to seeing how this goes, because you might see that those people go, oh, I find ranked really easy because all they do is play a T61, actually suddenly find that it's not going to be so easy, because now they're not going to come top of the team just because they did a mediocre effort, is the best way to put it. So that's going to be nice to see, really. Anyway, that's my rant over. And anyways, yes, I agree. The Belfast made harder destroyers last season. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was the Belfast. It just generally felt like the players, like this. I don't know. The skill gap in the players felt wider, or you just saw some really strange decisions. Anyway, we'll come back to talk about ranked at the end, maybe. But continuing with the just patches. So each season's going to last 2 weeks. So we're going to have 2 weeks on, 1 week off, 2 weeks on. So we're going to be playing tier 5 the next 2 weeks, and a week off, and 2 weeks after that. Seasons, obviously, so how far you ranked up in the last campaign counts as stars at the beginning. So basically, if you completed the last season, you're going to be bumped up quite a lot, which is going to be interesting to see. 7 aside. Ship types will be mirrored. Divisions are limited to 2. Destroyers limited to 2 per team. If you're gonna division up, I would say avoid 2 destroyers. But I'd say avoid playing as 2 destroyers if you're going to play in the division. But yeah, sure. I play a T61 in ranks 2 major. I'm sorry, Juez. It's not a personal comment aimed at anyone. It's just like sometimes what I used to find, like say when I was in the Icarus, I really try hard, and then I'd come like second on the team to someone who I didn't see doing much. It's not a comment aimed at anyone in particular, is the best way to put it. And I didn't pick. I only picked the T61 just out the top of my hat. I mean, personally, you could say that I'm personally a victim of this, because I played the Cossack quite a bit during the season 5. So personally, I can flip this on its head and say I was being buffed along because I was playing the Cossack. But yeah, so it's kind of like getting ticked off at other people at the same time. I'm personally getting maybe a bit ticked off of myself, really. It was something I just wasn't aware of that was going on in the background. Paul, going to be the first time I try ranked, should be interesting. Best of luck, Paul. Ranked can be one of those things. It's quite Marmite. Some people struggle, some people don't. Also, some people get stressed about it, and some people don't. Sometimes you can just go in there and just say, "Well, let's just pretend it's another standard mode," but just try. Okay, going along. A draw equals a loss for both teams, yeah, but I've only ever had 2 draws in standard mode in the entire time I've been playing the game. Wins against stars, basically, if you're not familiar with ranked, this pretty much sums up. Basically, you win a star every time you win. Every time you lose a star. Every time you draw, you lose a star. The only time you don't lose a star is if you're the best player on the losing team. Basically, once you reach rank 1, then you're basically no longer able to play seasons. Basically, what you'll see is the better players will slowly get siphoned off as the season goes on. There are 2 leagues, basically, yeah, so the ranked is split up into 2 leagues, basically the lower ranks and the higher ranks. That way it also splits off it can split off some of the skill. So what you might find is the better skill players will move on quicker into the higher league and then also disappear later on. Now they're going to be played on maps Northern Waters, Trap and Land of Fire, so it's going to be interesting to see how those go or come out. but it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be like a wait and see, because I haven't teased anything, unfortunately, here. Seasons, let's see. Season 6, 27th to the 10th of August. Tier 5 ships, 13 ranks, irrevocable ranks at 12, rank 12, 10, 8, 5, and 1. League switches rank 5, so that's pretty standard, I should say. And then Season 7 starts on the 17th, ends on the 31st. Rank 6 ships, 10 ranks, irrevocable ranks at 8, 5, 3, and 1, and the league again switches at 5. Jumping back, Jued, we have the Gallants in Tier 5. Jued, we'll get onto that in a bit. Saxman, I have a drawing ranked. Really? Bloody hell. And then it was in Tier 5. My most played is Aoba during Tier 5 season. Oh, nice. That's the thing. Cruiser players just seem to be. There's not many of them in ranks. It's usually destroyers and battleships. I'd like to see more cruisers. I think if I team up with someone who plays destroyers, then I'd be quite tempted to play cruiser, especially my British cruisers. JP, me too, Saxman. Fair enough. Right, I think we've covered off the ranked. So basically, they haven't told us what the rewards are, so it's going to be something to wait and see. But obviously, doubloons, patches, maybe crates and things like that. Special seasonal patches. Okay, yeah, that's the usual stuff. It's nothing too special. Anniversary projects. So basically, this is going to be quite interesting. I think some of you have already highlighted that this quite interests you in comments coming up. Anniversary project, because it allows you to get access to some of the stuff that you may have missed out on already in the first year. So if you haven't been here since August last year, this is a way that you might be able to get a Halloween commander or a Black Friday ship or something like the Santa crates and stuff like that. So that's going to be quite an interesting one. So the new project is entitled Legendary Birthday. So it's going to be a short but rich history page homage to the major milestones, but be it the release of new ships or a special event such as Transylvania. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting, including Halloween, Santa, Black Friday, and variations of the crates. So yeah, you're looking at German crate, French crate, Halloween crate, Black Friday, Santa crate, British Commander crate, Soviet crate for the Soviet cruisers, Soviet crate for the Soviet battleships, or no, destroyers, and then battleships. Then what's the German Commander crate for? I don't get that one. Then we have, is that an Azura Lane crate? And then we have another French cruiser crate. Just jump back to the comments quite quickly. Joed, Obo or DeGrasse for our efficient at tier 5. Yeah. I've seen people in Obos at tier 5 doing very good jobs. JP, I don't know what I'm going to play at tier 5. I know what you mean. When you first start, it's very hard to work out where to go with it. I might do a top 5 of the tier 5 tech tree ships. I'll ignore the premiums because obviously not everyone has access to premiums. So it's best not to muddle it. Very much like I did with the season 5 ranked stuff. Paul Grimm, yeah, all I see on Reddit about ranked is that it's not. It is that it's hot garbage. As long as you've got teamwork in it, I'm going to go win or lose. I need that good luck. But the nice one is now they've done the cross-platform mic setup and they've added more commands in the command wheel. We could maybe look at having more teamwork. So I'm quite tempted to actually put my mic on this time and see who I meet, what I can do with it. Hey JV God, I think Queen Elizabeth could be a good battleship this season. Queen Elizabeth's good, but I know some people have good luck in like Fuso and Warspite in Arizona. I know the two of those are premium, so that was a bit off topic, but I did have to eat my words because I did get a better game than the Jean Bar in my Wichita. There was because you got 177k in that Jean Bar, so if you've done more on the Wichita, then you're doing very, very well. Sorry, just jumping back to this, guys, as we go along. So yeah, again, basically you're going to grind them out. You're going to get one of these crates, and the drop rates aren't going to be along here. But the nice one they cover off is that with the Soviet crates, you're going to be looking at that tier 4 destroyer or tier 6 battleship. The German crates, you're looking at a tier 5 heavy cruiser or tier 5 destroyer. In the US crates, you're looking at a tier 4 light cruiser or a tier 6 light cruiser. So that's going to be quite interesting. Now we're on to some new maps. Again, these are going to be for top tier 6 and above. So these are going to be available in tier 5, 6 games, 6, 7 games, and 7 legendary games. So we have Sea of Fortune. Not quite sure where they're going to put the capture zones. Maybe one off to the left, one off to the right. Maybe you could squeeze one to the centre, or maybe one at the top and one at the bottom. You have to be wait and see, I guess you could say. Going on to Sleeping Giant. Now this is more of an Oriental themed map. I would love them to put a capture zone in this island. That would be hilarious because there's only one way in and one way out, and that would be a real destroyer battle. That would be quite cool. If not in the middle here as well, off to there, and maybe like there. It's going to be interesting to see where they put the capture points in these. I really hope they at some point make Two Brothers into a domination map, because I think it would be more fun than a capture the base mode. Tears of the Desert, I suspect, just judging by the way the islands are diagonally across the map, that you're going to have a capture zone here, capture zone in there, and capture zone up there. I don't see this being a kind of... Oh, maybe it could be 4, maybe 4 across there. But that train of islands there is going to be very interesting. And Tears of the Desert is... whether it's Mediterranean aimed or maybe South Atlantic. But yeah, like I say, all these new locations are decent size to accommodate the biggest ships and are going to join the tier 6 to the legendary tier rotation. But it does mean that you will see them in tier 5 if you are bottom tier. So you will see them in tier 5 and 6 games. Spotter plane consumable. Now this is quite an interesting one. Possibly something that we can discuss towards the end of the stream. But starting this update, all battleships that have catapult fighter available receive a choice to replace the consumable with a spotter plane. The effect of the new consumable is simple. The accuracy of your battleship's main battery improves by 10%. Oh goody, especially if you're German, while the plane is in the air. The default duration and cooldown values for the spotter are 30 seconds up and 200 seconds reload cooldown. So it's not up in the air that long. I mean, you're looking at 90 seconds with a catapult fighter. Here you're only looking at 30 seconds up in the air, so you got to think you're only going to get... Good lord, if you're a Russian battleship, you're only going to get 1 volley off. If you've got a name that was... if you got his Jean Bar, you're going to get 2 volleys off, maybe 3. If you stick a reload booster on there, maybe you go nuts with it, but then the Jean Bar doesn't come with an aircraft. This is going to be very interesting. Maybe we could see some like reload speed builds for battleships to try and maximize the use of this consumable, I should say, but it seems like it's... yeah, please note the consumable affects any salvo that is launched during the duration, so i.e. if the plane is up and you shoot. So you want to put your plane up, fire off a volley. You might be able to get 2 volleys out of it with most battleships. Probably just 1 with some. That's going to be quite interesting mechanic. Not sure whether that's going to take some thinking about, really. Whether you want 30 seconds to be able to of a plane up in the air that will enable you to get it plus 10% accuracy on 2 volleys, or would you rather have a spotter aircraft up for 1 minute and 30? Because it's going to do the same thing. So it's still got the ability to spot torpedoes, spot enemies. So it has all the same abilities. It's got the same HP and the same amount of damage, but it's up there for 1/3 of the time. But it does give you a 10% buff on your accuracy. The spotter consumable doesn't affect the camera perspective in any way, so that's a bit annoying as well. Because with this spotter aircraft, it would have been nice because I think in PC you can elevate your view over islands up to like your spotter aircraft height. Will it affect secondaries? No, it's limited to the main battery. That's the thing. So it's not even like you can buff your secondaries with it either. And please note that Arthur's Rockruff, the cold space trait blind range, still only works for catapult fighters. So if you're using that commander, you're not going to be able to get any benefit from the spotter aircraft as well. Maybe you, wow. Okay. Now going on to the command wheel refresh. So annoyingly, so the quick command menu has received an update where we've reworked the original wheel, pizza wheel, a little bit, as well as adding an extra one for social interactions. Here's my question: how the hell does this work? That's the okay. So you've got one wheel and you've got two wheel. Is it different buttons? That's what I didn't get. I wondered if it would be like you pushed up onto something, and then a bit like on Battlefield 5, you could then switch around to another command on something. But this seems like it's definitely two individual wheels, and they haven't hinted in any way on how you can actually switch between them. It's more of any commands. Okay, we'll come back to that. So, we got thank you, your ship's horn. I guess that's cool. We've got good luck. No idea what this one is. No idea what this one is. Nice to meet you. Welcome. God, no. Now we have affirmative, set a smoke screen. I need support. Get back. Negative. Capture that objective. God knows what that one is. And God knows what that one is. I mean, that looks like a radar screen. So whether that's a way of telling people that, okay. So I wonder if this one here is maybe it's two options. Either it's to say, I've got my radar or my sonar on, so you have to actually tell someone that, or whether it's I think there's a command in the PC version called I need intelligence data. It means I need someone to find out something. And then this one on the right, I wonder if that one is I'm spotted. Is it a way of being able to tell your teammates I've been spotted? That could be quite an interesting one. So that's that wheel. So that just leaves these two. So we have, is that an angry face? Maybe that's an angry face. So maybe that's the cuss word one. And then the top right one, nice to meet you. Let's see what some of your speculations are. And then it could work like a world of tanks. Joed, too much to be useful, possibly. And then that could be a I am spotted eye. I literally just clicked that as well. Saxman, top right corner is I for enemy spotted. It could be enemy spotted, or it could be I'm spotted. So you can tell your teammates I'm spotted. Okay. Well, if you've got any more speculations, check them into the chat. Obviously they've confirmed that we're going to have a log box for these commands. It's going to be on the left middle part of the screen, so already your left of your screen is becoming quite cluttered. They're not telling us if there's any way of enabling or disabling it. They are saying there's going to be a spam filter, so obviously it's going to restrict how many commands you can put through in a row before you probably get silenced for like silenced or on cooldown for 10 seconds, say. And then also you have the ability. Well, did it say that? Final ship horn. The spam filter is now a little stricter, so we asked you to restrain from using commands. So there's no confirmation there that they've actually allowed you to mute players, which is one thing that they said in the Q&A stream, and it doesn't look like they've been able to put it through. So it just means that the filter. I mean, they could still have the muting ability, but I think it's going to be one of those that we'll have to see on the day. Anniversary sales and activities. Each week we'll have a sale of special items, including Halloween 2019 commanders. Saxman, if you want hide, that's how you're going to get him. Azure Lane permanent camouflages, for those of you who enjoy the Azure Lane stuff, and the commander crates. So if you missed out on the Azure Lane stuff, you can get that. The Black Friday 2019 ships and the containers, that gives you the black camos, but also Black Friday crates do give quite generous rewards sometimes, and then also it could be a way of getting an Atlanta or a Scharnhorst or a Warspite in black. Or moreover, there will be a sale of premium ships. Each of the thematic sales will last a week, with some. So basically, some of the premium ships are going to be going on sale, with some maybe extended to 2. Furthermore, each week we'll be offering a new mission chain that will allow you to get some themed containers for free. There's going to be a lot to do this patch, isn't there? Especially with ranked. To find out which event is on and when, check our social media channels. Basically, it's going to be one of those wait and see. And then those handshakes could potentially be a good game type thing. That's a good idea, actually. I like the idea of that, being able to say good game at the, because I usually find myself saying thank you right at the end of the game. That could be a nice way of doing it. Additional premium ships. Oh. I just leave this here. Saxman, hopefully I can purchase the commanders with global XP or credit XP. I don't think you will. I think it's going to be doubloons. I don't really expect Wargaming to give up on that. But yes. So I think I've just caught up with the chat. So while we're all ogling Gallant, I might as well jump back. Hopefully this all works. There we go. Back to Gallant. So the only new ship in the premium store this update will be the Tier 5 Destroyer HMS Gallant. That's probably because they're going to be promoting so much other stuff in the store in regards to other stuff, other premium ships, containers, things like that. You're going to be looking at them, probably holding off on some premium ships while they promote the existing stuff and stuff that's come before, things like Azura Lane crates, Halloween crates, existing premium ships in the game discounted and things like that. So they're going to be pushing other stuff. So Gallant is going to be the only premium ship that's patched. No prizes to guessing whether or not I will buy her. Obviously, we don't know when she's going to come out, but if I had to hedge my bets, they might put her out mid patch would be my guess, but I think we'll have to wait and see. Miscellaneous improvements and changes. The port has been switched back to the Philippines. Yay! So they're releasing French destroyers. They're releasing a German battleship, and so we're going back to vanilla Manila. I mean, we should have either gone to Germany or France. I really think. I haven't got anything against the Philippines or Manila. Just we've had Manila so much. I mean, you got to think. We had Manila from April to August last year. Then we went to Germany. Then we went to France. Then we went to Halloween. Then we went to New York. Then we went back to Manila. And then we've been in Manila since the British cruisers dropped, all the way up until the most recent patch. We went to New York, and now we're going back to Manila. So we've been there just a little bit too much. Oh, good lord, it's bucketing cats and dogs outside. Oh well, that's the United Kingdom for you. When it rains, it pours. Ships, basic paint jobs and camouflages, and small visual improvements. Okay, alright, and I've never had any complaints. After losing a rank, you have not already obtained the rewards. This rank message is no longer shown. Okay, well, that seems strange. Not one for nuisance commander skill was supposed to increase the torpedo damage protection of a ship in addition to the chances of flooding. The description text now reflects this. Okay, that's going to be quite interesting then. So it's always been there, just never been worded. Standard battles with added bots doesn't really matter too much. Bug fixes, delay in progress with counters on mission cards has been resolved. Rare cases with 5 destroyed ships didn't result in receiving a Kraken. I've never seen that one. Research points will not always show up on post-battle screens when a bureau day has been completed. Current no longer jitters. Just general bug fixes, but nothing. Fixed an issue that caused the back in stock commander seal not to display updated torpedo reload. Yeah, it's all just visual and quality of life stuff. Well, I think that's everything going through the patch notes. Do any of you guys have any of your own questions? What I might do, I might just set it here over the command wheel just in case anyone else has got any speculations. Now the stream is about 13 seconds behind where I am, so I'm just gonna hold off and then let you guys catch up. So hopefully that's all the patch notes. So if anyone has any questions, if not, I'll start getting Colonel Bogey's march ready. And there it was, not raining up here. Rain already passed earlier today. Hopefully you don't know where I am in the UK, but I'll just pop that down there. Well, unless anyone has anything else to add, I think I'll be ending the stream. I'll give you... Oh, Saxman. You don't think I'll be able to buy the Commander crates for Commander XP? No, I don't think so. Because they're promotional things with... collaborations, I guess you could say. They're probably going to sell them in crates or independently for the balloons. They didn't come out for Commander XP last time, that's the thing. So that's what makes me think it's going to be only for doubloons, unfortunately. Anyone else with anything else? The rain stopped. Saxman, it's Commander crates, not Commanders. I think it was. Well, they will sell the Commanders separately, but they will be. There will also be crates. Let's see. Where was it? Anniversary. Each week update, special event, including. So you're going to be able to buy the Commanders. When they did them last time, they were for doubloons, so I can only assume they're going to be doubloons. If they didn't have Commander XP, then that would be great, because then even I would probably try and grind out and try and get them. Then you've also got the Azure Lane Commander crates, or Commander containers, so again, they were sold for doubloons last time, so I think they're going to be in doubloons, unfortunately. As you read. See you guys, thank you for the stream. That's much obliged. I will be doing a gameplay stream tomorrow, so I'll probably catch it there. I think I'm gonna call that it then, guys. So thank you for everyone for turning up. I'll end on this beauty, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you for everyone for turning up. It's nice to have these kind of interactions with you guys. Thank you to everyone. Thank you, Saxman. Thank you, Juad. Thank you, Name It Was. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, JP. I think I'm just scrolling through, just seeing who's been here. Thank you, Matthew. I think I've said thank you, Paul, already. Thank you, Andrew. I think that's everyone who's commented in the chat.